Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Is that all of them? Today we're making another cake. A few weeks ago, I don't remember how long it was ago, I just made that up. So a while back my mum sent me a recipe. And I was like, okay, thanks. Oh, thanks. Sorry, I'm gonna have to move. This is really annoying me. It's making the table wobble. It's oh no, it wasn't that. It was this. She sent me a cake recipe, and she sent it to me because it was very unusual. This cake does not include butter or eggs. The 4 fundamental ingredients for a cake is butter, eggs, sugar and flour. This does not contain half of them. I was intrigued. Another weird thing about this recipe, hair on my face, is that you make the actual cake not in a bowl but in this, which is what you're going to cook the cake in. So the first step is to preheat your oven to gas mark 5, which is, I thought it was gas mark 5 because it was 375, it's actually gas mark 4. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, so now my oven is extremely hot for no apparent reason because I set it at gas mark 5 when you're actually supposed to set it at gas mark 4. First mistake of the day. I wonder how many more those will be. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is gas mark 4, not 5. And then the first thing to do is we're going to take all the dry ingredients, so that is 5 dry ingredients, and shove them in here. Now you need to get one of these glass trays, and it needs to be well greased, and I've just put a bit of flour in so hopefully it doesn't stick. So you need 1.5 cups of flour, which I worked out to be about 204 grams ish, because it is an American recipe and I hate how much this table wobbles, it's going to really annoy me. But I'm using plain flour, it does say all purpose because again it's American. So I'm using plain flour because we've already got salt and a rising agent in there, so you don't need self-rising. So it just literally just says mix the first 5 dry ingredients in a greased pan. So we're going to do that. Shove you down there. So that is 1.5 cups of plain flour, 1 cup of now again it says all-purpose sugar. Now looking it up, all-purpose sugar is granulated sugar. We need cocoa powder because it is a chocolate cake. It's actually called a crazy cake. I'm not sure this is an actual thing. I think this is someone just invented it, but I'm going to try it anyway. So we need 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. My hands are actually black now. Right, that's, oh, it's gone everywhere. That's 1-ish. That's 2. We're not about that measuring. 3. Now the next dry ingredient is salt. So you need 1/2 teaspoon. That is a teaspoon, isn't it? Salt. The last dry ingredient is bicarb of soda, otherwise known as baking soda. They're the same thing, honestly. And you need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, so 1 whole teaspoon. That'll do. It's going to give us a quick little mix. Make 3 depressions in dry ingredients. Now, if you don't know what depressions means, go back to school. It means, how do I start? Depressions, it means like dips in the thing. Let me just level it out. There's 3. There we go. You can't see it, but I've done it. So into one of them goes 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I don't have vegetable oil, so I'm using rapeseed oil. I think they're the same thing. Actually, they're probably not. I never open these correctly. I wonder if it'll be the same today. Oh my god, I did it! Go me! Right, so 5 tablespoons. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I don't know how old this is. I'm pretty sure it's expired. Oh, that's a bit more. That's a bit more than a teaspoon. And in the final one, we are going to put something that I've never included in a cake before, and I'm very intrigued as to what this will do to it. It is 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. Now, I suddenly decided to do this morning, and I didn't realise that we hadn't got any white vinegar until I found some. I found some white vinegar. White vinegar is vinegar that's clear, not brown. The only issue with this is that it expired 11 months ago, but it's vinegar, it's not going to hurt. And you only need a teaspoon, so white vinegar is very strong, and I would say much stronger than normal vinegar. We only need a teaspoon, it's fine. I'm sure that the fact that it's gone out of date, you know, a year ago, will mean absolutely nothing. Hopefully. You're not a chef or a cook. I mean, I'm not claiming to be a chef, but you're not a chef or a cook if you don't have like 3 expired baking sodas in your cupboard that you use on a constant basis. The last thing is to pour water all over it and then mix well until smooth. Now, you need about 1 cup of water. So I'm just going to pour water all over it. And the vinegar is making everything foam. Don't know whether that's a good thing or not. I'm just going to mix it together until it's all well combined and smooth. At this point there is absolutely no greasing. There's no point greasing it in. If it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out. Because when you mix it in here, it just goes away anyway, so, you know. I keep finding these random bits of, what the hell is that? I have absolutely no idea what the hell that is, but it's not going in the cake. Right, that wasn't a good start, was it? We're just going to make sure that there's nothing like that in the cake. What is that? What is it? The hell is it? I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to show you because you're going to vomit. I'm going to vomit. The last thing you need to do is bake on a middle rack of your oven for 35 minutes. Set a timer for 35 minutes.
Setting.
Could you set it then, please? We haven't got all day. Can you please set the timer? Why are you not setting the timer? Okay, she seems to be stuck. Set a timer for 35 minutes.
Setting the timer.
Thank you.
Your timer is set
Okay,
for...
thank you. You don't need to say anything else. Right, now, there it is. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? There you go. That's what it should look like. It's quite thick and gloopy, but still wet, not dry. So this goes into a preheated oven for 35 minutes, and I'll see you in 35 minutes, hopefully, if I haven't like died from whatever the hell's in this cake. You'll be pleased to know that's still really hot, but it is done. It was done on the dot, 35 minutes after I put it in the oven. I'm looking at the viewfinder. 35 minutes after I put it in the oven, it was done. I'm a bit peed because I've never attempted this recipe. This recipe was very, very weird to me. I didn't think it was going to work, and to be honest, looking at it, I don't think it's going to come out. But we only need a slice, so, you know. It rose very well. There are air bubbles all over it. It's still really hot. I got it out about 20 minutes ago, so it's cool enough for me to eat, but not cool enough to spread frosting. I don't have any frosting anyway. So I'm going to try it now. I'm a bit peed because I totally lost my train of thought now. I'm a bit peed because it baked incredibly well, and I make cakes a lot, and I use recipes that I've used a lot, and they don't take to the oven. They take a while, they don't cook right, I don't know why, but for some reason this foreign, never before tried recipe has worked fine. Why? Okay, so we're going to try and get it out now. I put a toothpick in and it came out clean. So if this does not turn out right, not my fault. Not my problem. This is so not coming out. I'm going to tell you for a fact this is not coming out. Let's just attempt to turn it out, shall we? Let's just try a bit harder. Silicone. Always use silicone moulds. Should use bloody silicone mould. Look, the top bit looks fine, but the bottom bit does not look cooked at all. Let's try again. I can hear it. Oh, has it released? Has it released? Oh my god, it's released. I've no idea what that stuff is at the bottom. I'm just going to pick it off because it's gross. Oh, it's the flour. Okay. I'm going to cut myself a very small, with a palette knife, very small portion. Right, there we are. So, looking at the cake, it's done. It could probably do with another few minutes, to be honest. The crust is not hard, not soggy. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just going to eat it. That is actually not that bad. It tastes, do you know what it tastes like? Store-bought, like those frozen, well, not necessarily frozen, but like box cakes. The cakes you can get in the supermarket, ready-made, like mass-produced. You taste mass-produced, that's what it tastes like. But not unpleasant. I'm actually really happy with that. Anyway, I will link the recipe down below if I can find it. I don't even know if this is what it's supposed to look like or not. But here it is. I'm gonna go because I want to. See you in the next video. No idea when or what that will be, but for now, there's cake. Bye.